guys, welcome back to my studio. Today we're going to break down my guitar solo in Lag Ja Gale, a cover that Parth and I put out on our YouTube channel. Tribute to Warren Mendonsa, I think the greatest guitar player in our generation and generations to come, also known as Blackstratblues. I'm using the same rig as the previous video. You can go check it out. I'm running my guitar into my pedal board, which has the Fractal Audio AX8, into the Mesa Boogie amp. The only thing different here is this guitar. This is a Fender Strat Deluxe, Mexican made. I picked this up in Bangkok and it was love at first sight, and I love this color and everything about it. It's got a humbucker and 2 single coils and a coil tap. This is the same guitar that I used in the video. Before we begin, you should know that we are tuned to standard and the song is on D. So let's just quickly listen to the solo and we'll come back. Okay, so the solo begins even before the solo begins. I'll tell you how. Before you can hear this, right? So it's a volume swell using the volume knob, but I'm obviously hitting the note and giving it a vibrato even before I roll up the volume knob. So I'm doing this, right? And just to creep in into the solo. It's like a dramatic entry, right? So the trick is to hit and volume knob and dramatic vibrato. So that's what I've done. That is obviously the G string and we're holding the 11th fret. So before the volume knob and vibrato dynamics, I'll just play the notes for you so that you can follow. So I'm doing... Right? So it's this movement that gives it a little bit of that flow, you know. So I'm doing... So, right? You can obviously do it just as, but you want that flow, you want that feel. Of course, this is something that I made, but you can do it your own way. So here it is with that dynamic. You can also hear it in the audio where I just whack that note. Right? Again, feel free to rearrange those dynamics based on your taste. So we'll just do that beginning again. So you have the note, right? And then you volume swell in. Right? So the next part is an extended D major 7th arpeggio, the chord being right. So I'm just breaking down those notes. So we'll do that slowly, starting from the 10th fret on your 6th string. So I'm doing, that's already your D major 7, and I'm sliding this up on the D string. So yeah, I'll just give it to you note by note. So yeah, right, so you have the D major 7th here, but I'm just breaking it down into an arpeggio. So you have, the whole thing goes like this. The timing is a triplet, but let's not go into that yet. Let's just hit those notes first. So you have, right? So I'm just using that first note as a pivot to head into that triplet run. So I'm doing, so I'll do that again. So you have, the last run coming in from, so the arpeggio ends with a big bend again. So you have this, right? I'll just show you the flow of it. Right? I hope you've got that last part, which is just, so bend that note, linger so that you feel it, let all that pain and sorrow that you've been through show. So you're doing this again. Moving on to the third part, an extension to that arpeggio and that big bend. All I'm doing is this. I'm bending my G string on the 14th fret, and this is the E string on the 12th fret. So, and then bending the B string. So yeah, right? Again, full flow. Again, dramatic descent. So you do. Okay, so. And then to linger on this note, I'm also playing like a harmony on top. So that's your B string. I'm holding the E string below that. Okay? This is just an extension to that, the single note that I'm holding. So I'm doing. Which is landing on that A. So again, continuation from the arpeggio. The next segment is, while I've used these notes to harmonize this note, I ascend from here. Right? So I'm just bending from this note to this one. God help you if you have heavier gauge strings. I think I'm using 10s on a standard tuning. Gonna bring that in again, so yeah. Cool. So this is the first bend. Big slide down, but I think it adds a lot of drama. Doing that again. this. Alright, playing it from the beginning until that. I hope we survive. Yay! Okay, if you've come so far, that means you're killing it. Moving on. I'm just gonna play the whole lick and then you can hear it and then I'll break it down for you. So yeah. That's the lick. Starting from the B string, you have... Right? This is a bend and a slide, so I'm doing... You could probably use another technique if you find this hard. That's also a cool technique. But I'm doing... So I'm doing... So the first one is a bend and a slide. The second one is a double bend, really quick. I've personally seen Warren do this when we played a show together. I've stolen a lot of ideas from him. You should know by now. So yeah, you have those two bends.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
So you have those two bends, first being this, the second being the really quick ones. And then from this note, I want you to slide from the 12th fret all the way to the 17th. That is the 17th, right? 14, 15, 16, 17. That's right. So yeah. But you're not going to stay there. You're going to go up to that note and bend further up. So you're doing... Cool. And then throw in that painful vibrato. Painful as in... it should sound great when you play it, but you need to feel the pain. Right? So we'll do it in one stretch, just to see how it sounds. So... Okay, so we've reached the big bend, this one. Right? This bend resolves with a descending run, which I'm going to show you now. The run goes like this. There are a lot of bends and it's a cool vibe. So that's what the run sounds like. So there are only two bends in that run. First one being this, of course. Even I'm struggling, but yeah, you get the drift, right? So the notes are. Right? I think the more important bend is this one in the middle. Is this a cool sound? So yeah. Of course, it wasn't as clean as expected. So it doesn't even have to be a full bend, you know, like where you're trying to hit this one. It can be a half. So, alright, so the big descent, which goes like this. begins with a D major arpeggio, one of those victory arpeggio types. Okay, but not that. All I'm doing is I'm dropping this F sharp to an E, so you get to play it slowly, so you have the string is giving me some trouble, but we'll finish this video. So it resolves well with that A7. Cool. Alright, so moving on to the final bit of the solo. It's again stolen from the original song itself. You can hear Warren really melt hearts, and this is how you get chicks.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
So this is that part of the song where he does. Right? So I enter the space with the chromatic ascend, where I do. And the more chicks you want, the more vibrato you gotta throw in. So you gotta do. Warren, of course, goes on and on. But this is how I've ended it in my solo. So I'm just going to show you that again. So you have I think if you want to add more feel to this part, what I've done is I'm sliding onto the next note. I'm sliding down to the other note. It just adds a little more drama. So I'm doing right. You can just go straight, but I think the slides add a little drama, and it makes you just feel great for the listener at least. So. This is how I end the solo. Of course, the other guitar does. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this guitar solo. I'd love to hear you play it and have your own take on it. This is going to be interesting. Try it on the guitar, try it on any instrument that you play, because the lines are easy, they're all simple. If you've got more questions, I can come on live, you can ask me those questions and we could probably play together. And for those who don't know, I am Bryden Lewis of Bryden-Parth. We have a music on YouTube. Please subscribe, like, share and comment. And we're also on Facebook and Instagram as Bryden-Parth. So do look us up.